On an ordinary April morning, the people of Texas City gathered along the shoreline, unaware that they were just minutes away from witnessing the deadliest industrial accident in American history. What began as a small fire on a ship would soon unleash a blast so violent it would vaporize water, throw anchors miles away, and shake the ground across an entire state. Shortly after the fire broke out aboard the French vessel Grandcamp, pressure began rising rapidly inside the cargo hold. The heat grew so intense that water extinguishers evaporated instantly, hoses melted, and the seawater in Texas City Harbor began to boil, a terrifying warning of what was coming. When the pressure finally blew the ship's hatches open, instead of retreating, curious spectators gathered along the dock. They watched in disbelief as thick orange smoke shot into the sky like a distress flare. But even with the hatches torn open, the pressure did not stop building. The ammonium nitrate on board was reaching detonation temperature. At 9:12 a.m., the world changed. In one blinding instant, the Grandcamp detonated, unleashing a shockwave that ripped across the port. Thousands of buildings were flattened. Nearly everyone on the docks was killed instantly. A 15-foot wave raced across Galveston Bay, slamming into the shore. On Galveston Island, 10 miles away, pedestrians were knocked off their feet as thousands of windows shattered. The explosion was heard 150 miles away. Small airplanes flying near the port simply fell apart mid-air as the shock wave blew their wings off. One of the ship's massive anchors, weighing several tons, was hurled 1.6 miles inland, where it buried itself in a 10-foot crater. Texas City had never seen anything like it, but the nightmare wasn't over. Within minutes of the blast, chaos unfolded across the industrial district. The Monsanto chemical plant was destroyed. Refineries and storage tanks burst into flames. And worst of all, a second ship, the SS High Flyer, also carrying ammonium nitrate, had caught fire. For hours it burned, and everyone knew what that meant. Sometime after midnight, the High Flyer exploded in a blast even more powerful than the first. The casualties were fewer this time. Many survivors had already fled, but the destruction compounded, setting off fires that would burn for a week. Texas City was in ruins. The city's entire fire department, all but one firefighter, was killed at the docks. Crews from across America rushed in to battle the inferno and search for the dead. Officially, 581 people were confirmed dead. But the true number is likely far higher. Thousands were injured. More than 500 homes were destroyed. Factories, refineries, and businesses across the harbor lay in twisted metal. Texas City had become an industrial graveyard. In the wake of the disaster, donations poured in nationwide. Even Galveston crime boss Sam Maceo organized a benefit featuring none other than Frank Sinatra. Major companies promised to rebuild. Congress eventually approved $17 million in relief funds. The tragedy also led to the first ever class action lawsuit against the U.S. government. A landmark case later overturned by the Supreme Court in 1953. Today, pieces of the destroyed ships, anchors and propellers thrown out by the blasts, are preserved in parks and memorials across Texas City. The Grandcamp's main anchor stands in a monument marking the mass grave where unidentified victims were laid to rest. 70 years later, the scars remain, a solemn reminder of the day pressure, fire, and human error. combined into one of the most devastating explosions the world has ever seen.